welcome back. Right. Welcome back to Starfield. It's about 1 in the morning. So probably do about 3, maybe 4 hours.
SSNN is doing what it can. It's just that people are hard to reach these days. It makes it harder to relay drama.
You look like someone who has many stories to tell. I'd like to hear them. Your poise, your stature.
Never forget what the FC did. Never forget. The Freestar Collective has no place in New Atlantis.
It could cause an incident. Would mean my job, sir. Fine. I'll begin the process.
What's your problem with the FC?
What's my problem with them? Really? I'm keeping the FC accountable for the terrible things they've done. The Colony War was an unforgivable tragedy. Countless lives could have been spared, but the Freestar Collective was out for blood. The Freestar Collective took my father away from me.
Yeah, the UC drew first blood. The siege at Vasta. What was their fault? You have it all wrong.
Unbelievable. You're just like the rest of them. You refuse to take any responsibility. How can you live with yourselves? I'm sick of the FC's lies. How are the people of the UC supposed to get any closure? How am I going to get any justice for what happened to my father? I'm done talking to you. Get away from me. Well, I want it torn down, of course. The fact that there's even an embassy for them here after what they did, it's infuriating. Tear it down. Tear it all down.
The embassy has every right to be here. You're being ridiculous.
Ridiculous? For what? Voicing my opinion? You sound like a typical Freestar snake. Leave me alone.
She's like one of those dumb bitches that
Don't
says
come
that
back.
Russians shouldn't have embassies in every other country. It's like,
War memorial.
what is wrong
We
with
can
you?
stop to pay respects, if you'd like.
You see Stalin on purpose. I can feel it. Unless
We've
you
come
have
a
embassy
long way
business,
since the war.
I suggest you move
It's
along.
astonishing.
No loitering. I usually just stick to Aurora, but I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, and it's military grade, so no, it's good.
Well, I mean, that's not an inaccurate statement.
I'm always ready to make a deal. Welcome to Feeling Realty. I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever you may need. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down, or move up in the world, or just window shopping?
just wandered in.
That's fine. It happens all the time. I never mind an opportunity to chat with someone new. I'm here if you have any more questions, or if you'd like to look at properties.
Do you have any properties outside of NA?
Oh, don't I wish. Between UC regulations and demand here in the city, I haven't had a chance to branch out yet. But you best believe I'm keeping an eye on the situation, and actively lobbying for a little more leeway.
I'd like to hear about what you have for sale.
Okay, let me just pull up your data. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're not a United Colony citizen. I'm afraid property ownership here in New Atlantis isn't available to you. If you take the exciting step of becoming a citizen, we'll be here for you. Stop by anytime.
The irony being that my parents are citizens because they live here. They're like, nope, you can't, but your parents can. It's like, what? Why? I'm not even sure that my parents are citizens. Well, one of them would have to be. But one of them not necessarily, so... What the fuck was that? Howdy, person who's messaged me.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Okay, hello.
Every new alien pathogen we discover is just a little more job security. Gotta look on the bright side, right?
A couple of years on duty here, and anyone would be qualified to run any other hospital in the settled systems. Oh, goodness! I can't thank you enough for this. Now, I'll make sure this gets to him, and I know he'll be thrilled. Really, you've done a good thing here today. Take care.
If anyone knows how to contain infectious diseases, it's these fine folks. So I'm not worried, but I wouldn't mind picking up the pace.
They're just letting people walk into occupied rooms? Excuse me, but this is my private room.
Oh, mind your step.
Definitely feeling better. Well, can't say the same from a brother here. We appreciate the company, but you might want to keep your distance.
You patient?
That I am, that I am. I'm lucky to be alive, apparently. Me and my brother here have been patients for going on, what, 4 or 5 months now? Good Lord. I, being the stronger and smarter one, am recovering quickly. Still sick as a dog, but doctors let me roam around to visit my infirm brother here. He was in a coma for months. He's only now making some sort of recovery.
What do you think of the clinic?
Well, I think it's all right, seeing as how my brother and I would be dead if we never came here. Doctors are nice enough, treatments aren't too bad, and food's all right. That doesn't mean I'm not counting down the days until we can leave. I'm itching to go back home.
What happened?
This genius brother of mine was begging me to go on a hike with him on Aquila. He's a real outdoorsy type, you know. Now, being a man of letters, I didn't want to go, but he just kept yapping. So, we go on this hike, right? We don't know where the hell we're going. Well, we got lost, stranded with no food or water. I told him to pack food and water, but the fool forgot. Well, we start scavenging for some food to sustain us and come across this thing, like a plant, but I don't know what the hell the damn thing was. Looked tasty enough, so we ate it. Well, the damn thing nearly killed us both. Turns out, we weren't even that far from the city, so we were found by some passerby, and here we are. We got real lucky.
Are you sure you're supposed to be the smart one?
Damn right. Damn right. John ate most of the thing. I only took a few bites.
Hunger will make anyone desperate.
Oh, we weren't even that desperate. We had 3 meals that day, and I was cramping because we didn't wait long enough after supper to take the hike. But when you're out there in the wilderness, you can't pass up a single calorie. You must engorge yourself whenever able. I read that in a book. Take care now.
Need to make sure those ones are locked up.
Hey, buddy, I'm kind of suffering here. Can you leave me be?
Dumbasses.
Good to see you, Deputy. The doctors were nice, but I'm ready to get out of here. Pain's not too bad today.
It's encouraging to know that every case we cure here likely means dozens or hundreds more can be saved in the future. Welcome to the clinic. I'm Dr. Darvish, Chief of Medicine. Is there something I can do for you? I thought perhaps the name gave it away. This is one of the preeminent medical care centers in the Settle systems. We take our work very seriously. Are you? Because I don't have any appointments scheduled. We have a particular focus on astrovirology here, so the patients we take on tend to have unusual cases that require long-term care, and sometimes require unorthodox or experimental treatments. We have an excellent track record that speaks for itself, but it doesn't leave room for much else. Whatever business you may be here for, I trust that you will conduct it quickly, and do so without interfering with my staff or our operations.
So you're in charge?
I am, yes. I took over from Dr. Eswaran when he retired 9 years ago. While the clinic does occasionally take on research projects that have their own chain of command, I am ultimately responsible for the entire facility. The clinic has occasionally been faced with unique situations that might be considered hazardous in other facilities, but no, nothing that could not be contained and dealt with.
research projects do you do?
I'm afraid that information is confidential and restricted to our corporate partners funding the projects. Certainly. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of new worlds that humanity has set foot on. While many don't host some sort of life, there are more than enough that do. Any one of those worlds could be inhabited by all manner of pathogens, things we've never seen and have no idea how to treat. Someone has to try and stay ahead of what could be a very deadly curve. Here at the clinic, we do our best. You wouldn't be the first to feel that way. There was a time I was mildly offended by it, but I've grown accustomed to it. If it makes you feel more at ease, be my guest. Would you now? Well, I suppose we could always use additional research specimens. The more data we have about what's out there in the settled systems, the faster we can diagnose novel illnesses. In theory, at least. I suppose we could consider you an independent contractor of sorts. Naturally occurring sealants can have valuable applications for medical research. We can always use more examples of them. What we're looking for are basic organic substances. They could come from any number of flora or fauna on countless worlds across the settled systems. Just keep your eyes open as you travel and harvest things when you find them. Or frankly, if you can find them at a reasonable price somewhere, purchase them. I'm less concerned with the source than the materials themselves.
There's such a mountain of work. Whatever you do, don't let anyone in here sneeze on you. That happens, we can't let you leave. It's really a matter of safety, believe it or not. The types of things we work with here. Let's just say you wouldn't want them spreading on a populated planet. In here, we're all nice and isolated, just in case. Not the most comforting thought, but it's the truth.
What's your role here?
Tending physician. I'm new here, so really what I do is watch Dr. Darvish's every move and try to imitate it. Sounds a lot less impressive when I say it out loud.
I'd like to help out if I can.
Oh, well, that's appreciated. There really isn't anything you're qualified to do in here. No offense, of course. But, I do have some data requests from other facilities in the settled systems. Everyone always wants to know what we're up to.
Usual courier has been less than reliable lately, so if you could get this slate where it needs to go, that would help us, and put a few credits in your pocket.
Take care of yourself.
We get the cases no one has ever seen before, or doesn't know how to treat. This place is a far cry from Aquila City. New-ish. I've only been here a year, which, well, when you compare it against Dr. Darvish's career, it's not much, is it? I'm thrilled to have the opportunity, but it's been an adjustment. Very few cases here are simple, and most of them are medical emergencies.
Did you ever get a break?
I guess that depends on what you consider a break. We get some time to ourselves. We're not on call all the time, but we're never that far away from it either. Now that I think about it, I haven't actually left the clinic since I got the job. I actually hadn't really noticed.
Do you ever get homesick?
No, not really. This is my home now. The people here are wonderful, and the work we're doing is incredibly important. That's what really matters. Bye.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor?
And I'm just here to keep the peace. You need medical help, I'm the last person you want to talk to.
How are you?
Ocean, hi.
Never a dull moment.
I'm here for... There's simply too much to do to allow me to just stand about conversing with you. I apologize.
Warning. This unit does not possess advanced surgical capabilities.
There used to be more of a trauma center, but now the clinic focuses on xenoviruses and such.
Feels like I've been waiting forever.
Maybe I should have just gone to Aquila City.
Hello, Captain.
Nice. Clean set there.
Welcome to the Freestar Collection. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. All right, you're good. Welcome to Neon.
you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help you get there. Fill out an application today to become part of the
Astro.
Take a break. Let's chat.
Hey there.
Lay
Got
it
the
on
shakes,
me.
Huh? Don't worry. Doc Manning will fix you up.
Is it that obvious? Yeah, haven't zoned in like a week. My whole body feels like it's crumbling.
Yeah, coming down off Aurora isn't easy. Took me months to shake it off.
The doc, he isn't gonna, rat me out to anyone, right?
You kidding? No one cares if you're addicted to the stuff. Hell, that's what they want.
Well, if it worked for you, I hope it works for me. I'm sick of feeling this way when I can't get a fix. I'll just rest until the doc's ready to talk to me.
Please state the nature of your medical emergency. Oh my goodness. Another poor soul. All right. Tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
Aurora overdoses common?
Unfortunately, yes. You see, the more Aurora that a user absorbs, the more resistance their body builds up to its active ingredients. That means the user needs larger and larger doses in order to feel its full effect. Eventually, the doses get so incredibly large, the user's nervous system simply can't handle the overload.
I don't actually use Aurora.
That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid I'm dangerously low on supplies.
Damn, I wanted to buy something myself. Must have been a busy day then.
Every day is a busy day here. But that isn't why I'm low on supplies. You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. His drug is turning the streets into a graveyard, and he doesn't seem to care. We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Thinning out my supply chain is his newest tactic. I've spoken to the people at Reliant Medical Corporate, I've talked to the Freestar Rangers, I've even gone to the Freestar Collective Council. Every answer is always the same. We're working on it. It's corruption at the highest levels. Ugh. So aggravating.
Bayou's obviously got a stranglehold on the entire city.
Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volii system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all, you just let me know.
Is it possible to break an Aurora habit?
Huh. Well, it's completely dependent upon how long the user's been addicted. People who have been using for, say, 2 years or less, I've been able to put through a full detoxification program successfully. But there are others who have been addicted pretty much all their adult lives, and I have yet to try and cure someone who hasn't relapsed.
How exactly does Aurora work?
Aurora stimulates the neural circuits in the brain, specifically targeting the neurotransmitter serotonin in the prefrontal cortex. This causes significant sensory hallucinations, both auditory and visual. That's the enticement factor. As you can imagine, this state is highly addictive, and the user gets stuck in a vicious cycle. They need more Aurora to satisfy their cravings.
have any medical supplies for sale?
I'm sure we can get you fixed up with something. If you aren't feeling well, I can have a look.
I could help you with your supply problem.
That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. It's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport.
How will we sneak the supplies past?
There's nothing to worry about. As long as packages aren't coming off a commercial vessel, the authorities won't scan them. That's why this has to be done slowly and methodically. If I get too much all at once, they'll catch on to my scheme.
How can you possibly afford to pay for them?
I use the proceeds from my paying customers. And by cutting a few expenses here and there, I'm able to use a bit of my own money. It's not a bother, really. The cots here at the facility are actually quite comfortable.
Ridiculous that you have to resort to smuggling.
There's nothing else to be done about it. These people need my help. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding. She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside. Try not to get hurt out there. What can Reliant Medical do for you?
How'd you know that?
We both apprenticed under Mary Cartwright at the medical facility in Aquila City. Spent a heck of a lot of hours working together. Abby and I got along exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, we're just friends, of course. She's young enough to be my daughter. I almost felt bad leaving her behind when I was hired to work for Reliant in Neon, but I knew she'd do well wherever she ended up. Reached out to her a few months ago when I ran into trouble here, and she's been helping me ever since.
I have a delivery from the clinic.
They never stop working, do they? Well, I appreciate it. If you need help, remember Reliant.
I just wanted to say thanks for the daring rescue back there. I had plans for Matsura, of course, but I appreciate the backup.
Refresh my memory, Matsura.
You know, that Crimson Fleet pirate who held me captive for a bit a while ago. I just appreciated how you rescued me, that's all.
What would you have done without me?
I would have given them an exhaustive series of lectures on aneutronic fusion until they were either delirious or they became my new students, obviously.
Glad I could help out a fellow member. Why didn't you thank me with some credits?
I could, but it doesn't feel right. You're part of the family now, and we take care of each other. It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? To be part of something so much bigger than any one of us. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam.
Exactly. How often do you get into jams, Barrett? Like every fucking time you go out?
Exactly as often as I need to. Jams are just sticky successes, right? At first it seems annoying, but it eventually washes off. Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie days.
Cookie days?
Sounds amazing, right? Reminds me of a time when I got stranded on a ship carrying tons of frozen foods when its engine and gravity system died in the middle of nowhere. The captain allowed everybody to eat only the cookies since the meats were so expensive. But with no gravity, the cookies baked into weird little spheres. So naturally, we floated around eating cookie gobs for days. I'd say we gained quite a lot of weight. But as we were in space, we factually did not.
I do like cookies.
They're one of humanity's greatest achievements. Modern medicine, space travel, and cookies. Constellation is quite pro-cookie. Because, you see, we value human accomplishments. Speaking of which, I'm glad you joined Constellation.
How long have you been with Constellation anyway?
A long time. We should talk about it someday. I'd need to get some tea going for that chat, though.
Thank you, Barry.
Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I would have never done so many things, met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Irvin. Or lost him, I suppose.
Who's Irvin?
Irvin Madani was my husband. He was also a brilliant biologist who joined Constellation a couple of years before me. Yeah, he's gone now. I remember his bright smiles when I returned from my trips. Wow, more brilliant than any star.
What was Irvin like?
That's kind of you to ask. People used to say that we were polar opposites. He was quiet and shy, they said. But that wasn't true. He was just that way around everyone else.
What happened to him?
The war happened. He was caught in the crossfire between the UC and the Free Star Collective. It was right after he finished the job on Gagarin. Some terrible job. I don't remember. Statistically, that's certainly accurate, but it's not that much of a comfort. Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it.
Why do you think you suddenly brought back?
Well, I'm enjoying my time adventuring with you, and it reminds me of Irvin in a way. We had so many adventures together, and then it suddenly stopped. Maybe part of my mind is trying to remind me of that.
I'd love to hear a good memory of Irvin.
All right, let's see. He was a biologist, specialized in botany. He loved plants. For years, he carried one with us on trips like it was our pet. He even named it. Haven't thought about that in a while. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that offer later on, Captain. I need some time to think about things. On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit.
not terrible. Reagent is hiring the brightest of today.
On outer hatch. We're docked.
Hi. Please disregard.
Keep your nose clean. The last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A and B, a B and E, heaven forbid.
I couldn't tell you the
MS.
last time I wasn't breathing
Wouldn't have to worry
recycled
about
air.
BOP, am I right?
Been sent to pick up medical supplies.
Hey, let's keep our voices down. The clinic doesn't exactly know I'm giving its supplies away. That being said, I've been expecting someone soon. I've heard Bayou really has a vice grip on Neon right now. I have some supplies I can give you. Should be more than enough for now, and it shouldn't draw any suspicion from the clinic. I'll have them loaded onto your ship.
What will happen if the clinic finds out about this?
What the clinic doesn't know won't hurt them. That's why it's important to keep this as confidential as possible. I'm putting my job on the line to do this, but I know that the people of Neon need help. I'm willing to take the risk and skim a few supplies from the clinic. But if the clinic finds out, then I'm out of a job and Neon is out of supplies. Again. So, let's not be too conspicuous.
What are you doing for this for Joseph?
He's a good friend of mine. We both worked at the same clinic in Aquila City. The work was hard, and I was really young and nervous. But he always looked after me during those days and helped me as much as he could. So, to answer your question, I'm doing this because I know for a fact he'd do the same for me. No questions asked.
A few extra supplies couldn't hurt.
Sorry. I can't do that. This is the most I can give you without drawing suspicion.
Sure, there's a way we can both walk away happy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Maybe we can work something out. No, it's not that simple. Sorry, but I can't afford to give you any more supplies. I can't lose my job over this. What I'm giving you now should be more than enough. The supplies will be loaded onto your ship. No extras.
I need the extra side. There's a fairly good chance that I can skip some.
Captain Douglas, it is.
I only have 5 normal med packs.
We get the cases no one has ever seen. This place is a far cry. Hey, let's keep our voices. That being said, I have some supplies What the clinic doesn't know, I'm putting my job. But if the clinic... He's a good friend. The work was... So to him. Sorry, I can't do that. This isn't getting us any... There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself... I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
That worked. I don't know how. Somehow it did. That's what I like to hear.
I'm still willing to talk.
I know you'd like to help if you could.
I hear you. Oh, I really shouldn't do this. If the clinic finds out... All right. You win. You're very persuasive. I can throw in a few extra supplies, but I'm not going to make this a regular thing, okay? They'll be loaded onto your ship.
I have the communication skills of a chipmunk.
Someone authorized you to be in here? You know, if you go out there with no helmet on, your head will totally explode. No authorization, no access.
Your head won't explode? That's not how that works. That's not how decompression works. You want to know how something decompresses?
Do you need me for something?
Yeah, there was a great Mythbusters episode where they did a thing about deep sea divers and what would happen if they had a pressure failure. Turns out you can fit the entirety of the human body into a diving helmet. Oh, obviously no chance of survival, but it's fascinating.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply
It's dangerous, Galaxy. But here at Reliant Medical, we've got you.
What can Reliant Medical do for you? Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
Medical supplies, I was even able to convince Abby to throw in some extras.
Fantastic. That'll really help out around here. Thanks for everything. These supplies will be put to good use. Here, take this. I threw in a bit extra for you, since you really came through for me.
Anything I can help you with, Captain?
Nice.
Parcel freighter to unknown vessel. I have an urgent package, hoping for some assistance. Acknowledge? The Star Parcel's fleet's got a load of these aging Deimos monsters. Built like tanks, but well past their warranty. It's gonna take hours to fix this, if we can get the engine back online at all.
I can try and help.
Sorry, company policy is only employees are allowed on the ship. If you step foot on here, I'm out of a job. I got a hot package that's paid for expedited delivery. They'll dock my pay if it doesn't get to its destination. Star Parcel will reward you well if you can assist.
Dumb question. How the hell are you gonna give it to me then? Can't one of the other ships deliver it?
Eventually, sure. And by then, it's a black mark on my record and wages garnished. Star Parcel always knows how to stick it to us.
Send it over.
Ah, excellent. All you need to do is drop this off to the ship services technician on Sidonia. They'll take it from there. Thanks for bailing me out of this nightmare.
To Sidonia we go.
Sidonia. Folks here work together to ensure that this place functions. And it does. Charm takes a back seat to order, but it's their chosen solution.
Trade authorities always buy. You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
I've got an urgent Star Parcel delivery for you.
You the courier? I've been expecting you. Star Parcel has your payment right here. Anything else you need?
Nope.
What's on your mind?
Approaching vessel. Docking approved.
Like a glove.
Captain Douglas, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Anything I can help you with? Hey, what can I do for you?
Everything good? We're here to help.
Hard to believe this place is still intact. But the military is nothing if not resilient.
I know your type. The freewheel and space ace.
Must be nice.
How about my foot up your ass, newsboy? That a big enough scoop for you?
I really don't think that's appropriate talk, coming from a Vanguard pilot.
That's exactly your problem. You don't think. If you weren't such a lousy reporter, you wouldn't be stuck all the way out here.
I mean, I guess maybe that's true, but if so, you're just as stuck out here as I am. So what does that say?
Oh, wow! You really do want me to kick your ass, don't ya?
All right, that's enough. Bastion, go cool off. Get a drink.
Whatever. Fine.
Holden, I appreciate that you have a job to do. I really do. But you need to consider that you don't operate in a vacuum. If you're stationed here long-term, that means you're around these people all day, every day. And they're not going to like it if you're making them look bad.
Lieutenant Commander Marquez, I appreciate your concern, but I have an obligation to SSNN to report on what I see.
I'm sure they do know that, Holden. I'm just saying, maybe use a little more discretion in your reporting. Maybe a lot. Don't worry. When the next big story breaks out here, I'll be sure to help you get the scoop, okay?
I will think on that. Thank you. If you're ever in New Atlantis, mind putting in a good word for me? I don't think my messages to SSNN are getting through.
Tell me more about them.
Why, certainly. The Settled Systems News Network is the longest-running news service in... well, the Settled Systems. Reporters are dispatched all over, keeping an ear to the ground for some breaking news that should be known to everyone. It can, admittedly, be a bit of a pain making sure those stories reach our central office in New Atlantis. But until someone invents faster-than-light communication, it's the best we can do.
No offense, but you seem a little out of place here.
Well, I certainly feel that way. The Vanguard pilots don't seem to want to associate with me. And I don't agree with Mr. Romack's views on the Colony War, so there are few options left to me. You know, I really thought volunteering for this assignment was going to be the boost to my career that I was looking for. Now I suspect even SSNN has forgotten about me.
People don't appreciate feeling like they're being watched.
But that's not at all what I'm doing. I feel like no one is listening to me. Farewell, then.
Probably because no one's listening to you, mate.
Ah, a new customer. Welcome. Welcome to the Trade Authority. I'm Marcel, and if there's anything I can do for you, please, do let me know. Our stock may not be as vast as New Atlantis or Sidonia, but I will do my best to see that you leave here satisfied. And seeing as the Trade Authority is the only fully licensed operator for the Den, I'm afraid your alternatives are, shall we say, slim. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I hope this and all future interactions are profitable for both of us.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
It's very kind of you to offer, but I am currently not in a position to personally require your services. There are, however, likely some Trade Authority contracts available at the terminal down in the bar. I'm sure you're already aware that the Trade Authority is quite generous when it comes to completing said contracts.
Trade Authority operates all the way out here.
If there are deals to be made, you'll find that we'll go to great lengths to take advantage of them. My primary role here is to oversee logistics operations for our many trade routes in the area, but I convinced my superiors that it was worth setting up something more customer-oriented. I'm told that they are quite pleased with the results.
This is from Duncan Lynch in Aquila City.
Thank you. Did you have any trouble en route?
What are you guys involved in?
None of your concern. Our business here is done.
Whoa.
It's a little surprising, isn't it? Out here on the edge of UC space. What did you just say?
Another day, another shift.
Hey, newbie. It's a nice set of boots you got there. They for sale? I'll give you, say, 500 credits for them. They'd look better on me anyway.
What's wrong with the ones you're wearing?
Nothing. I just want yours.
Trust me, you don't want these boots.
I don't know. Looks like they're perfect. Sturdy, polished, and just my size. But fine. If you don't want to sell, it's your loss.
Ranger?
Hey there. Ain't seen you before. What brings you to the den?
Just on a mission.
Ah, man with a purpose. Good, I like that. Don't worry, I won't ask questions. I know well as anyone that secrets ought to stay secret. Well, you're welcome here, so long as I don't hear you disrespecting the United Colonies military. You got a problem with our history or our heroes? You can find somewhere else to get yourself a drink. Clear?
Seems like this place has seen better days.
Tell me something I don't know. You should have seen this place 30 years ago. UC's best and brightest were in and out of here all the time. But then the Colony War and, well, most folks don't like to be honest about that. I ain't one to turn my back on those who saved us in those days. And because I won't dishonor the memory of Vae Victis, business dries up. Ain't my problem that people don't like to face the reality of what happens in wartime. The man was a hero, not a traitor.
Tell me about Vae Victis.
Oh, he was a brilliant man. Just brilliant. Best leader we could have asked for in a crisis. He made the tough decisions no one else could. Did what needed to be done. Saved our asses. And when it was over, they turned on him. Called him a traitor and executed him. Just shameful. Well, not all of us are just gonna go along with rewriting history. Some of us remember. We saw it happen. Vae Victis sacrificed everything to save the United Colonies. That's what a real hero does.
Looking for some work if you got any.
Well, now that depends. You support the UC? Consider yourself a patriot?
What does it matter?
Because I've got no time for anyone who won't acknowledge reality.
You mean the guys that lost the Colonial War? No, not really a fan.
Well, then no. There ain't no work around here. Long live the UC!
Ah, I wonder what happens if you become a UC citizen. I wonder if then he's like, okay.
Once I found a ransacked bar on a derelict ship. By comparison, this is great.
Don't let Orville get to you. Just smile, take your drink, and be on your way. I'm on what you call a long-term assignment. Suits me fine, so long as the UC keeps paying me.
What's the story behind this place?
Ooh, well, that depends on who you ask. Orville over there is still stuck in the glory days when this was the domain of the UC military brass and all their hangers-on. You can't see those days are never coming back. The Vanguard pilots, they mostly just resent guarding the ass end of nowhere. Reyna's okay, I guess. She seems to really care about the mission. And me? Well, it's as good a place as any to be stuck, I guess.
What'd you do around here?
You know, that's a good question. I do stuff for Orville sometimes, odd jobs or whatever, when he's not annoying. But I think technically I get paid by the Vanguard.
You don't even know who pays you?
I mean, I could probably go look it up. But as long as the credits keep showing up in my account, I'll keep hanging around. You know, that's a good question. I do stuff for Orville.
Gaming the system, huh? Like it.
Gotta love bureaucracy, right?
Well, if someone's gonna keep putting money in your account...
Yep. See ya.
You're not gonna exactly go out of your way and stop the line.
I try not to trade in gossip, but if you haven't verified...
Truth is, I don't need new boots. I just need a change. The monotony in this place is killing me.
I mean, I could sell them boots. They are cursed.
Captain Douglas, greetings.
How about my foot?
Hard to believe this place is still intact.
A big enough
But the
scoop
military is nothing if not resilient.
Don't think that's appropriate talk coming from a Vanguard pilot.
That's exactly your problem. You don't think. If you weren't such a lousy reporter, you wouldn't be stuck all the way out here.
I mean, I guess maybe that's true, but if so, you're just as stuck out here as I am. So what does that say?
Oh, wow! You really do want me to kick your ass, don't ya?
All right, that's enough. Bastion, go cool off. Get a drink.
Whatever. Fine.
Holden, I appreciate that you have a job to do. I really do. But you need to consider that you don't operate in a vacuum. If you're stationed here long term, that means you're around these people all day, every day. And they're not going to like it if you're making them look bad.
Lieutenant Commander Marquez, I appreciate your concern, but I have an obligation to SSNN to report on what I see.
I'm sure they do know that, Holden. I'm just saying, maybe use a little more discretion in your reporting. Maybe a lot. Don't worry. When the next big story breaks out here, I'll be sure to help you get the scoop, okay?
I will think on that. Thank you. I really did think this place would see a bit more action. Why, certainly. The Settled Systems News Network is the longest-running news service in... well, the Settled Systems. Reporters are dispatched all over, keeping an ear to the ground for some breaking news that should be known to everyone. It can, admittedly, be a bit of a pain making sure those stories reach our central office in New Atlantis. But until someone invents faster-than-light communication, it's the best we can do. Well, I certainly feel that way. The Vanguard pilots don't seem to want to associate with me. And I don't agree with Mr. Romack's views on the colony war, so there are few options left to me. You know, I really thought volunteering for this assignment was going to be the boost to my career that I was looking for. Now I suspect even SSNN has forgotten about me. Thank you for the kind words of support, random citizen. Well, I certainly feel that way. The Vanguard pilots don't seem to want to associate with me. And I don't agree with Mr. Romack's views on the colony war. So there are few options left to me. You know, I really thought volunteering for this assignment was going to be the boost to my career that I was looking for. Now I suspect even SSNN has forgotten about me.
Question is, did you volunteer or were you voluntold?
But that's not at all what I'm doing. I feel like no one is listening to me. Well, the Vanguard pilots, you know, I could, so long as I don't mind seeming like an abject failure. And I just know that the day after I leave, some giant story will break. That seems to be the way things go. Well, I certainly feel that way. The Vanguard pilots, you know, so I've been told. Goodbye, then.
Welcome to the Trade Authority. I'm Marcel, and if there's anything I can do for you, please, do let me know. Our stock may not be as vast as New Atlantis or Sidonia, but I will do my best to see that you leave here satisfied. And seeing as the Trade Authority is the only fully licensed operator for the Den, I'm afraid your alternatives are, shall we say, slim. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I hope this and all future interactions are profitable for both of us. It's very kind of you to offer, but I am currently not in a position to personally require your services. There are, however, likely some Trade Authority contracts available at the terminal down in the bar. I'm sure you're already aware that the Trade Authority is quite generous when it comes to completing said contracts. If there are deals to be made, you'll find that we'll go to great lengths to take advantage of them. My primary role here is to oversee logistics operations for our many trade routes in the area, but I convinced my superiors that it was worth setting up something more customer-oriented. I'm told that they are quite pleased with the results. Thank you. Did you have any trouble en route?
It was smooth sailing.
Good. Very good. Here's your pay, and your continued discretion would be appreciated. Good to see you. By all means.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures.
Hey, newbie. It's a nice set of boots you got there. They for sale? I'll give you, say, 500 credits for them.
I think I'll make it hard to save.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away at...
Hey, newbie. It's a nice set of boots you got there. They for sale? I'll give you, say, 500 credits for them. They'd look better on me anyway. Nothing. I just want yours. Great. I've been wanting a pair like that. Looks just my size, too. To be honest, I might have gone as high as $2 grand. I'm not saying I ripped you off, but I'm sure as hell thinking it.
Only a matter of time before I get promoted out of here.
How do you end up getting assigned here?
What does it matter? I'm gonna be out of here before you can blink, and this will all be behind me. That reporter didn't put you up to this, did he? I already told him. It was a misunderstanding. An accident. My flight record was spotless otherwise. You kidding? It's what I was born to do. Wait, I mean flying is what I was born to do. This Vanguard thing? Temporary. Only a matter of time.
Ever run into spacers?
Hey, newbie. It's a nice set of boots. I'll give you, say... nothing. I don't know. Looks like they're... but fine.
I am. Hands down. What does it matter? I'm gonna be out of here before you can blink, and this will all be behind me. That reporter didn't put you up to this, did he? I already told him. It was a misunderstanding. An accident. My flight record was spotless otherwise. You kidding? It's what I was born to do. Wait, I mean flying is what I was born to do. This Vanguard thing? Temporary. Only a matter of time before I get called up to the Navy. Before you know it, I'll be a captain. No, wait. Admiral. Yeah. Okay then.
Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome to the den. Reina Marquez. I head up the Vanguard station here. If you've got business with the Vanguard, I hope you ran it through Mast first. If not, you probably made a long jump for nothing.
Has the Vanguard always used this as their base?
Oh gosh, no. Vanguard wasn't even a thought back when this place was first built. The den, the original den, mind you, got blown up during the Serpent's Crusade. UC Navy immediately rebuilt the station, I think largely out of spite. Sometimes I think that's why they keep it operational too. Certainly hasn't had much real purpose since the Colony War ended. I'm glad we have it as a post, and Marcel and the Trade Authority do some decent business, which I try very hard not to pay attention to. But the station has never recaptured that old glory. Don't think it ever will, really.
You see a lot of action out here?
Might be counterintuitive, but no. No, we don't. It's pretty quiet, and some of us deal with that better than others. We get the occasional distress call. Sometimes Varun stirs up trouble, but there's a lot of downtime. I'm not complaining, but others, like Bastion there, it's not what he was expecting. Certainly not what he wanted.
What does Vanguard do here?
The same thing we do everywhere else. Fill in the gaps for the UC Navy. Help keep the settled systems peaceful and safe. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge all the way out here, but we try our best. I wouldn't mind a little more support from New Atlantis, but I know things are tough all over.
Oh.
Fly safe.
Oh, hey, don't look at me. I'm just here. Don't let Orville. You know, that's a good... I do stuff for... Gotta love bureaucracy. Ooh, well... Orville over there. The Vanguard pilot. And me? You know, that's a good... I do stuff for Orville. I mean... Uh-huh. Bye.
Hey there. Ain't seen you before. What brings you to the den? Ah, man with a purpose. Good, I like that. Don't worry, I won't ask questions. I know well as anyone that secrets ought to stay secret. Well, you're welcome here, so long as I don't hear you disrespecting the United Colonies military. You got a problem with our history or our heroes? You can find somewhere else to get yourself a drink. Clear? Well, now that depends. You support the UC? Consider yourself a patriot? Because I've got no time for anyone who won't acknowledge reality. Huh. Ain't a great answer, but I've heard worse. All right, maybe you can help me out. Had some posters made up a while back to remind folks of the good work Vae Victis has done for all of us. Try and push back against all the lies the government tells. I'd put them up here, but that's, caused some friction with the Vanguard pilots. I hate to see them go to waste, though. If a strong-willed, patriotic individual, such as yourself, were to make sure some of them were placed where they could inspire the people of the United Colonies, well, that'd be something. And there'd be some credits in it for anyone helping out the UC. What do you think?
Where do you want them put up?
I was thinking the well might be a good spot. People down there might be more receptive, don't you think?
Sure.
That's the spirit. All right. Posters are in the back there, and you just let me know when you're done. Tell me something I don't know. You should have seen this place, but then the colony. I ain't one to turn my back. Ain't my problem to people. Oh, he was a brilliant man. He made the tough, and when it was over, well, not all. Vae Victis. Some of the UC. Tell your friends, we're open for business.
Once I found a ransacked bar on a derelict ship. By comparison, this is great.
Hey, no funny stuff with that package.
That is convenient, but riding right after eating can give you stomach aches.
All this stuff. Happy to make a deal. You need stuff, I need credits. It all works out. Yes, you did. You know how I know? The rain cloud over your head is all but gone. Here, for your hard work. With a Lady Locke back on my side, I expect the business to be less bust and more boom. And let us never speak of those accursed boots ever again.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
People in the well need a whole lot more than just security.
Nice hat.
You have a nice day now.
Yeah?
Safe we confiscated from the Brannan brothers is still in the locked yard. It's the largest bust we've ever made, but the topside security office doesn't want it. I think they'd rather keep it down here so it looks like we're making busts every week. In reality, we can't afford to put a camera out in the yard. The safe is in. Safe is a security officer.
Cool spacesuit. Enough of this. Give it back. Now.
I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to pick it up.
Pretty sure you got away with it.
It's okay.
I think they do hope this guys.
I think I got them. What do you call them? Horns? Yeah, I got them.
I wish I could go with you on your ship, but I'm not old enough.
Possibly be this stupid. You know who I bought that robot from, right? Do the words remote activation mean anything to you? Bring me my money immediately or you'll be dead in your apartment tonight. That's cute, but you really need to come back immediately and give me my money. You are lucky that I am willing to let you live after that. If you don't pay me or return the robot, I will kill you and I'm not playing games. Ooh, you got tofu. You got tofu. You were all hello. Yes, sir. Do you have the money? Thank you, please, and I will, like, and I was like, here's your money, bam bam. Now I have Bruno. What are you going to do? Go to the UC selling black market robots is illegal, idiot. You know what's funny? I do have the money. I keep it right here next to my bed. Not that you'll ever know where that is. Bye. Oh, you're not coming to where I live? Meet me behind Orion Tower at midnight. In 2 days, bring all the cash with you. I cannot stress that enough. No cash, no sale. Please know that I have contingencies for people who just like to be idiots. Yes, my man, 2 days, best day of your life. Slow down. I have one. It's a decommissioned unit that the Eclipse were looking to get rid of. If you can pay in cash, we can make a sale. You do know it's illegal to buy these things, right? Yeah, I don't care. What's security going to do when I unleash Big Bruno on them, huh? I have the cash. Where do you live? This is Nico. A friend of mine told me that you were looking to purchase a Model S. Is that true? Yeah, my man. Those robots are so badass. You've got to have one guard in my mansion, you know. How much are you selling them for? Problem is, his body is small, so... His body's meant to be right there, but it's can't.
I've got limited resources. Try not to.
I believe everyone deserves a second chance. Just not him.
We're doing the best we can here.
That's all he can find revenge. Just do it somewhere else.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
You know I went to chef school? This ain't exactly where I saw myself.
We should be grateful for the sacrifices made by our military, not embarrassed by them. Back from a hard day's work promoting the heroes of the UC. I like it. Folks need to be reminded every once in a while that sacrifices have to be made to keep them safe. This is for your effort, Patriot. Don't spend it all in one place. Long live the UC!
I really did think this place would see a bit more action.
Detached. Let's get out of here. Nice jump.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Oh shit, I just remembered. I have contraband on me, don't I? need to deal with that. But I didn't, because I'm a dum-dum.
Ours now.
Body, the Council of Governors. Ron Hope died sadly in disgrace.
I can't get
at the
enough
hands
of
the
all the
Three-Star
trees around here.
In a stunning press conference, the
Can you believe
Rangers
this tree
revealed
was
that
here
Ron
before
Hope
the
was
city?
giving Three-Star farmers doctored fertilizer, which hurt their crops but increased the mineral content on the land. Ron Hope would then send in mercenaries to muscle out the farmers and claim the resources to keep Hope afloat. When confronted with evidence of the conspiracy, Hope ordered his security personnel to attack rather than surrender to justice. In the subsequent battle, Ron Hope and many of his security personnel were killed. Where this leaves Hope Tech, and more broadly the Three-Star Collective, is anyone's guess.
Some work done? Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
locked in.
Your file says you have a military background. Well, don't embarrass your old outfit. Stay out of trouble.
Don't let Orville get to you. Just smile, take your drink, and be on your...
Got that little job done, did you? Always good to know that Here's the credit. Long live the use. D.
If you're ever in New Atlantis, mind putting in a good word?
Separation complete.
forms ourselves. Is it even possible for us to feel comfort in anything but the familiarity of other life?
So many people.
That's the price of command, Torres. Every decision leads to blood. You can drive yourself crazy with counterfactuals. Focus on the good you did. We did, here. Well said.
Altair's safe because of you. Both of you. I almost want to write back to the Freestar and ask them to give you a medal.
Now wouldn't that be the damnedest thing? I could put it on right next to my meritorious star. You'd save me a court-martial if you just give me your thanks. Might be you want your medal, though. It's certainly earned.
I'm not sure if I would have done all this if the roles were reversed, Myo. But I will never forget you.
You're young, and you've got a future ahead of you. A bit of advice. I've been passed up for promotion more times than I can count because I've always stuck by my principles. There's a million ways the bastards in command will ask you to compromise. Little ways, big ways. Don't. It may hurt your career, but I look back with pride at my service. Especially today. When all you look at are statistics and maps, it's hard to see the human element.
I sincerely hope I never see you across the lines on the battlefield, Captain.
If you do, Lieutenant, I will do my duty.
Not if I do my duty first.
Soldiers, it's time to get out of the Freestar's hair.
What if we leave a few things here and make a second trip? Need something? I might have some room. Nice. Scanned data can be fairly valuable. All yours. Looks like they just got a delivery recently. look what we have here. A secret passage. Looks like it goes on for a ways, too.
no circumstances should members of the construction team be supplementing their meals with rations from the cargo shipments. Rations were received each week to keep us alive throughout the following week. In addition, the rations in those shipments are tailored to our crew's individual dietary needs. You all filled out a nutrition form when you accepted this assignment. Do you want to find out what happens when I digest a butcher's breast and turkey? I don't think so. Next crew member caught stealing from the cargo containers will be sent into the wilderness to find their own food on this rock. Sergeant Langdon.
I think it's high time we skedaddle, don't you? Carrying a lot. You want to take a moment to shuffle things around? Let's rearrange some things here. Well, okay then.
ready.
Defensive position, extension! Terminate. Fire! Good package!
All clear. Bring it in, team.
Find anything worth selling or using?
Take 10. You've earned it. Civilian? You never know when and where the enemy might strike.
Wants to take us on? Bring it.
You're gonna wear yourself out if you carry all this stuff. have something for you. Take this. Enjoy. In my line of work, it's a requirement. Anyway, I figured you might have a use for it. It's not a problem. If I see anything on our next expedition to a planet, then I'll hang on to it for you.
Freestar Collective Space. Hold while we scan your ship.
Gravitational feedback checks out. We're in the right place. Checks out. We're in the right place. Checks out. We're in the right place.
Hello.
Aim point reached. Orbit stable.
Anything interesting?
I am just counting down the hours until I can sleep in a bed in some real gravity.
Interested in trading?
Okay. Just don't try anything.
Talk to me. Can I carry that for you? See you later.
Selling art is a bit of an art itself.
If it belongs on your ship, then... Oh, please, take a look.
Thanks for coming in.
I got contacts all over. Happy to make a deal. Take your time. I got all day. Hey, take it easy.
I've heard some hostile camps were wiped off the map by you. I wish there were more good people like you out there.
I help out Henry from time. The sooner you get that package, the sooner we can do business. Stay out of... Trouble, don't mind me. Ah, excellent. I see you've held up your end of the bargain, so I'll do the same. Salina's hardware is now open for business. I'll unlock the door for you. Feel free to come around and peruse my wares anytime. It's a quaint shop. Okay, then. Come on back. Thank you for retrieving that package for me. Satisfaction is guaranteed. I'm sure I have something you like.
That is a proper unique.
they drive a pretty hard bargain for new recruits. I certainly couldn't say no.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus through the settled systems. They like to set up shop.
I'm on tax duty tomorrow. Can't wait.
Welcome to UC. I hope we have what you need.
Cool looking helmet.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they...
place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
Hey! How are you?
Do you like traveling with your dad?
It's the best. I met another kid my age who hadn't been on a starship once. Not even once! Same boring old planet for like years. She didn't even know how to replace a phase manifold. Can you imagine?
What'd you do on board?
I read. I look around the ship, but no touching. Dad lets me do all sorts of stuff on his ship. But he said I have to be respectful on your ship. But I could try to fix things if you ask. Hint, hint. You can ask. I promise I'll be good.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to fly my own ship and go all over the place. Like you and Dad, really. But hopefully not as crazy as your travels. I thought Dad's were exciting. But yours? Brr. Bye.
So, Miss Stay Up Late reading under the covers? Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't really. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool. But I guess it only worked because they just lived on one planet. And that sounds boring.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Coe, and where his stargazing landed him.
Integrity looks good.
Captain Douglas, do you require?
It's encouraging to know that every case we cure here, like... So you do. Thank you. This will directly aid our research. Hello.
We're free.
Yard acknowledging civilian vessel. Our sales department is open. Please dock if you want to do business.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Deimos should be dismantled at this point. Seems like it's more of a risk to keep around in its current state.
Greetings, Captain.
I wish Deimos...
Deimos is more than a star yard. It's a symbol of the UC.
If you have any questions, I love questions. About ships, that is. Oh, yes, thank you so much! And just so you know, I definitely will not be drinking this on the job. Definitely not.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victims. They're a true piece of history.
Top-notch military vessels requires an abundance of valuable resources scattered across the solar systems. Deimos is searching for motivated entrepreneurs to provide us with the goods we need to get the job done. Do you have what it takes to work with Deimos and make a fortune at the same time, contact our sales associate Sandra Fullerton. Details.
I hope your Deimos ship has been serving you well. Any questions? For me, I mean. If you have your own ship, we're always looking for bulk resources. The Star Yards have negotiated a set price with the Trade Authority, twice the market rate. Most contractors either represent mining companies or are miners themselves. But really, we don't care where you get the resources, so however you procure them is your own affair. Once you have the requested resources in your cargo hold, just return to me. We'll pay you the agreed fee and we'll send the porters to pick up the cargo. If you deliver the full amount, there's a bonus in it for you too. As a first-time contractor, I am required by law to let you know that every Star Yard offers the same terms. But obviously, you should deal with us. Depending on your cargo hold size, you may need to make several trips to fulfill the order. So what we need is lead. We need a medium shipment, 2,000 units of it. Excellent. This invoice has the details. Oh, yeah. Bye.
I'm going to finish for the morning because it is now coming up to 4:30 in the morning. I need some sleep. So, have a good morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are in the world, and I hope you tune in next time. Bye. Bye.